Game Grammar LeafGreen! Before we begin, a reminder for our patrons. Be sure to vote for the next Pokemon to be featured on the Japanese Pokédex project. Last time on Game Grammar, we finally got sick of Tokiwa City, so we walked into Tokiwa no Mori and began wandering around aimlessly for hours. We're not doing it for the fans, we're doing it because we love Pikachu. It's a little hard to find, but with a little patience and some good old-fashioned video editing... Oh yeah! Yasei no Pikachu ga tobidashite kita! Wild Pikachu jumped out! Hey, there's a Pokeball icon on this Pikachu. It's almost like Argenis already caught a Pikachu and threw it out because its nature wasn't good enough. Minasan, shame Argenis for not loving all Pokemon equally by saying dame in your comments. Anyway, Hitokage is such a high level and so incredibly strong that we might knock Pikachu out if we attack it. So we're just gonna throw the Pokeball and hope for the best. Tsukumaeta to omotta no ni. Tsukumaeru means to capture. It's one of those essential Pokemon vocabulary words. Here, it's in the past tense, tsukumaeta, captured. Omou means to think. It's usually used for more subjective, feelings-based thinking. The to tells us what we thought. Tsukumaeta to omou means think you captured it. Omou is in the past tense too, omotta, so tsukumaeta to omotta means thought you captured it, because it's not in the Pokeball anymore. As a side note, the to omou combination is seen super frequently, so you'd best learn it. With a verb like tsukumaeru or an i-adjective like takai, you just say to omou. However, with a noun or non-adjective, you need to say da to omou. Adding it to the end of a sentence works just like saying I think does in English. It makes statements less firm and concrete, because you aren't 100% positive, or because they're just opinions, and not facts, like most Pokédex entries. You can use omou like any regular verb too. Omou, omotte, omotta, whatever you need. Noni is used at the end of a phrase to mean despite or even though. It's great for expressing regret, like thinking Pikachu was caught, when it was actually not. Tsukumaeta to omotta no ni. I thought I caught it. Oshii. Ato chotto no tokoro datta no ni. Oshii means regrettable or disappointing. Yes, not catching Pikachu is indeed oshii. But oshii is also used in the context of so close or almost, but not quite. Section Chief Arino says that a lot, so you've probably heard it if you're a fan of Game Center CX. Ato usually means after, but here it means remainder or what is left. Chotto means a little bit, and tokoro means place. Tokoro isn't talking about a real place. It can and usually is, but here it's more of a metaphorical place, a place in time, so to speak. Basically, for that moment, only a bit more and it would have been caught, such as the life of a Pokemon trainer. The tokoro is datta, past tense for da, because the place and time where we needed a little bit more was in the past. Red is expressing regret here too, with the use of no ni. Oshii! Ato chotto no tokoro datta no ni. So close, only a little bit more. Chucking our limited supply of Monster Balls isn't going to get us anywhere, but now that our attack is lowered by Nakigoe, or growl, we can use hikkaku, scratch, without knocking it out. Still in the green? Then prove you're the king. Use hikkaku. Hitokage wa yasei no Pikachu no seidenki de mahi shite waza ga denikuku natta. When you see no sei de, it means that it is because of something or someone's fault. So, Pikachu no sei de means it's Pikachu's fault. Yes, that is right. The game is giving us an open access Creative Commons license to blame Pikachu for everything, because it's all Pikachu's fault. Or, not quite. No sei de does mean something's fault. I wouldn't outright lie to you, but this actually says seidenki, Japanese for static electricity. This is why paying attention to spacing is important. The de particle at the end indicates it's used for something. Like, if you were eating with chopsticks, you could say, ohashi de taberu. So, seidenki de means with the static electricity. Then something happens. So, with the static electricity, seidenki de, Hitokage is mahi shite. Mahi means paralysis or numbness. We'll stick with paralysis to keep it close to the official localization. Shite is our te form of suru, to do. which can turn nouns like mahi into verbs when paired together. So, hitokage wa mahi shite just means hitokage is paralyzed, and the te is like a comma or the word and. It means something comes afterwards. The after is waza ga denikuku natta. It may sound weird, it just means we've got to break it down a bit. Waza means art or technique. It's used a lot in JRPGs, and in Pokemon they're known as moves. Verbs in the stem form paired with nikui means hard to verb. Deru means to bring out or to leave, so denikui means hard to bring out or difficult to happen. Waza ga denikui means moves are hard to bring out. But that's not all. Nikui's i was replaced with a ku to make it an adverb, because, like we've seen before, adverbs with naru means to become the adverb. Naru just means to become, so this is pretty easy to remember if you know your vocab. Basically, Hitokage's moves became hard to be brought out. Hitokage wa yasei no Pikachu no seidenki de mahi shite waza ga denikuku natta. With Pikachu's static electricity, Hitokage is paralyzed, and moves became hard to be brought out. Although te doesn't really imply strong causation, we know from context that Hitokage might not be able to move due to the paralysis, and that, my friends, truly is Pikachu no sei de. Yasei no Pikachu no denki shoku. Denki means electricity, and say the katakana out loud with me. Shoku means shock. Denki shoku is electricity shock, but it was localized as thunder shock. Now, don't complain to me that thunder is merely the sound that comes after lightning and it doesn't make any sense that a sound could shock you, because regardless of whether it's denki or thunder, we definitely got shocked. Beyond that, this is a great test of using no as a possessive. Pause and try to translate on your own. Remember, the ending noun is what we are actually talking about. The rest just modifies it. So we're talking about denki shoku, and Pikachu no denki shoku means it's Pikachu's denki shoku. The yasei, which means wild, applies to Pikachu and describes it. Wild Pikachu, not wild denki shoku. Yasei no Pikachu no denki shoku. Wild Pikachu's electricity shock. As I said, we're talking about denki shoku. It just happens to belong to the wild Pikachu. Alright, the HP's low, time to catch it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yes! Pikachu o tsukumaeta! If you need a refresher on the vocab and grammar used here, please check out the video where we caught Mankey. Otherwise, you could try translating on your own to see how well you remember it. Alright everyone, I have a quiz for you this week. It's about to omou. Rewinding or using a dictionary isn't cheating, so no worries. Which of these sentences use incorrect grammar? A. Pikachu wa denki type da to omou. B. Pikachu ga kawaii da to omou. C. Hitokage ga mahi shita to omou. While commenting, consider liking or subscribing, or following us on Twitter or Facebook, or getting this episode's vocab flashcards from our website, gamegrammar.com, or supporting us on patreon.com/gamegrammar, like these wonderful patrons. Until next time, ja ne! Normally, you count people by adding the kanji for person next to the number of humans, so you have 3人, 4人, 5人, and such. But this is a special case. The hito part of hitori is actually from the number 1, which is normally pronounced as ichi. It's the same hito from hitotsu or hitokoto,